right. Well, y'all, welcome back to episode 13 of the Everybody But Me show. We got Phil in here. We got Katie in here. And we got a special guest. We got my guy. We met a while back at a Clippers game, I believe.
It was.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
Probably like 2019, maybe 2000.
It was 2019 or 2020.
It was the winter of 2019 because I remember I was out there shooting a show in LA.
Before COVID.
Before COVID.
Right before.
And and I met this young pup. And I mean, you were young then.
Yeah, I was 9. Was that 20 or 19? I was either 19 or 20.
So the man I'm talking about is Griffin Johnson. Griffin Johnson is in the building today. He came up from Miami to Jupiter, so thank you so much for doing that.
Yes.
Griffin has been someone that I have enjoyed watching, enjoyed becoming a friend and a brother to. He's a South Florida guy now, which I love to see. But truly, it's been cool to see you grow up and grow through this space. I mean, shooting to becoming being a star at 19 years old, right? And you guys were everyone talked about. You were the Sway house, the TikTok house. Like y'all were all the drama, all the talk, all the gossip, and you guys were dating all the girls
For a while. Yeah, it was.
pretty wild. It was mayhem, and we would just sit there and watch y'all and astonish and just be like, "Wow, look at these guys! Look at these kids." And to be honest with you, I don't know how y'all did it, because if I was you, if I was in that position, one, I couldn't have a relationship. I would be a mess. Two, I wouldn't be alive probably. I'd be doing crazy shit. You know what I mean? And three,
it was.
yeah, for you to be here, to be where you are, to start the businesses you started, to create the life that you've created, to do everything you've done starting at that such young an immature age, to be where you're at now, Griffin, I am amazed. I am impressed, and it's an honor to be sitting here with you. And I'm so grateful for you to come on here on this radio show, because it's gonna be fun.
Man, I'll come back again if this sounds good.
Right, man.
Someone clip this.
Hey, welcome to South Florida, Griff.
I know.
I'm feeling great.
Welcome
I'm feeling
back.
great.
But today's topic is keeping the fire burning. And there's no one that knows better to keep the fire burning than not Griffin.
I was gonna say not me.
Not me.
Not you. But Phil Fit.
But Phil Fit.
I'm not perfect, but I will hopefully bless you with some knowledge.
So
what we need.
if anyone has had to keep a fire going longer than us, it's Phil. Phil's married. Phil's he turned 47 yesterday. Happy birthday, Phil Fit.
Are you serious?
Oh, Griff. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
you're looking good though. I'm
trying to be 22 though. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So let's dive into this.
Let's do it.
Katie always starts us off with our burning question to start this off. And hit us with it, Kate.
Okay. So you're both going to have to answer after this. It's okay. You got this.
hot
We believe
seat.
in you. How have you maintained the love in past relationships?
We have it.
I was gonna say.
And that's why we're here.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
And now we need a song.
So we both need to think about this one. I have not been the best at it, and neither have you, Griff. I guess we could say, right?
I think that for me, I've never really made it past the honeymoon phase. So it's always hot. for
It's
the honeymoon
always-
phase.
Tyler
Okay.
talks about that too.
Yeah.
He loves that quick fire and then
I will say
fizzles
though,
out.
I've had fires that last longer than others.
okay.
Sometimes people get too comfortable, and I think that for me, that's the problem.
Whoa, don't dive into it yet. We got to go
Come
into
on.
a song now.
But I feel knowledge being spent.
Yeah, I do too.
Hey, this song's
I
gonna be
felt
good
it.
right here. Hey, absorb and get that knowledge ready, boy. 'Cause we coming back.
We are back. Loosey goosey.
Tyler, you were feeling that one.
That song is like my 7th grade jam right there, where I'm just getting it. If that song came on the dance floor, I was a menace. So that's my jam right there.
You're pop lock and dropping it.
No, I wasn't pop locking dropping. I was grabbing it and thrusting it.
Hello.
And that's how you keep the fire burning.
Yeah, you gotta get in there when you dancing on the dance floor.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man, I got so much energy because I'm just so frustrated right now.
Baby, let it out. Let it out.
Okay, we got a lot to talk about. Katie, what's the question?
How have you guys maintained the love in past relationships? Even if it's honeymoon phase?
That's all we know.
I know. That's why I had to adapt the
That's
question.
our peak. That's our peak.
Every time
right
I got
there.
out of the honeymoon phase, that shit was bad.
Yeah.
So the goal is to always stay in the honeymoon phase, right?
phase.
So like how or what did you guys do in past relationships that you felt like that you should carry? Because not everything you guys obviously did was wrong in a past relationship.
I think I was gonna say something about comfortability though, because every time I just get bored. Like it comes to a point where some people are more fun than others, obviously. Like, but also you can't be too fun and too wild because then it doesn't work out either. So, I think that once they started talking about like moving in and getting really serious too fast, I back out.
Yeah.
So you get scared.
I might even go into it a little bit like already thinking that I suck at relationships and that it's not made for me. And then I'm like, and then I start pulling back and then I start finding reasons to pull back. And then it's just like the same cycle over and over.
Yeah.
I think for me, the way to keep the fire going is I love to try and find little small ways to make my person feel special. Right?
Ooh.
There it is.
Like I love taking her out on dates. I love going above and beyond for those certain things, Like I don't like just doing dinner. I like to sometimes I like to really dress up for dinner. Like sometimes I'm like, hey baby, we're going to dress up. I'm gonna put on my best fit. You put on your best fit, and let's feel like stars tonight. You know what I mean?
Like that.
Like I just find ways to get creative within it because monotony is what kills. I think a lot of it. You know what I mean? Like being bored of doing the same shit over and over again. Like that's why I always try and I remember like every relationship got bad when we started watching a lot of TV shows.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we would just get comfortable doing that. Then I'm like, we're getting in a rut. You know what I mean? Like this isn't fun anymore. And we would both feel icky about it. And so I think what I've like for me, what kept things going for so long and kept things for as long as they did is like I always try to make it a priority to go on dates, and even if we didn't have time to, find a way to make a moment special. Whether it's picking her up flowers and delivering it to her myself. Whether it's like going like we're out somewhere, we're super busy, but like grabbing her and pulling her aside and just like finding a way to make a little bit of a moment in a busy moment. Because like Griff, you probably understand this, and you guys all have been in this situation like you're doing so much for other people and you're out or whatever. Like that moment when you pull someone away and you can just hang and just spend time together and do something within the moment of what's going on, that's where it can be special. Like I still remember certain things that have happened from like my past relationships that like we made special. Like for instance, in one of my relationships, like we loved singing together. Like we would just like harmonize off each other. And even though I was terrible, like we would still she was pretty good. You know what I mean? But like I remember leaving like the Super Bowl and we were just like jamming together. And we were singing like Alicia Keys and Usher, My Boo, and she was taking Alicia and I was taking Usher, and we were just like ripping it up, having fun together. But like those were like it was so busy and crazy around us, but that was like our way to get away, make a moment together. And so I think like to keep the fire burning is to keep finding ways to make moments, to make your partner feel special, loved, and to make them feel wanted. Because I think the fire starts going away is because they're starting to feel like less wanted. And I think we all want our fire to be super hot and super, and once that fire starts to dim, you might start looking for that fire somewhere else, and I think that's where our relationships might have fallen off is our fire started to dim. We couldn't find ways to keep that fire up. And then they looked for that same fire that we once had somewhere else.
If someone asked me if he was in like a long-term committed relationship, I would believe it. That was great advice. I mean that was my
bro. I give great advice. I just can't
doesn't
take my own fucking advice. And my friends give me great advice, and I just don't want to listen.
Don't listen.
I get hit by red flags right in the face. Boom, 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 and I just keep running through it. I'm hard-headed.
Yeah.
I'm my daddy's son. He
walked out.
Oh, he just walked out.
I was drooling. I was so focused on what you were saying. I was like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
that makes perfect sense.
But I think like both of you guys touched on things I wrote down like to talk about of like staying curious of each other, not getting too comfortable. Cause like I think a lot of people get so comfortable, they stop like asking about each other's days, or they stop like asking more questions, or if hobbies change, like we don't all still like the same thing after a couple years. So it's like following each other's, life.
I got a question.
Asking questions.
I'm gonna go right to you, Phil.
Give it to me.
Sex.
Yes, sir.
So we're hitting it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right
Let's
to
go.
it. I love talking about sex, baby.
Me too.
And
let's talk about. Okay, go ahead.
You
And me, let's talk about.
so sex, right? How do you keep the sex exciting, the sex going, the sex drive up when you're like? Because I hear so many people talk about, oh yeah, we only have sex like once or twice a week, or we only have sex every couple weeks, or we only, like how do you? And I'm going to you. Well, you and Katie are probably the horniest people I know
Besides yourself.
Myself.
Yeah, finish that. Thank you. Sorry, Mom.
So I'm gonna have to agree with that. But okay.
But
I'm listening, bro.
How do you guys
Great question.
keep that fire going in the bedroom?
Oh man, when I come home from work and my wife is cooking, I mean, right away, I go behind her, give her a little kiss on the neck, or just let her know. Listen, I'm home from work.
It's time.
Baby, you look amazing as always. I don't care if you're wearing just a robe or whatever. Blah blah. You always affirmation.
Yeah.
Let her know that she's beautiful. She's my queen. And I was actually talking about this past weekend. Once a month on a random day, I get my wife flowers. And I always have her favorite flower in the midst of it, and then I create another
Damn, so you
bouquet
build,
around it.
you build this.
I build around it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I have my guy say,
Not
listen,
a
I want
public
this,
pickup.
this.
Yeah.
No. It can't be a public pickup.
We upgraded from Publix, y'all. We building the bouquet
yeah,
now.
Yeah, you got to make
This
sure
is
that
real deal.
It's special because you picked it out yourself. Now I have my son with me doing it.
Oh, yeah.
So he's learning at 2 years old that this is how we treat our queen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the sunflower, which is our favorite flower, and then you build around that with other flowers, roses and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So basically, you come in the house, you kind of set the tone, you give a little kiss, show you know.
Absolutely. Whether she's in the mood or not, hopefully she'll get in the mood later. But
Yeah.
just let me know. I'm always in the mood.
It's kind of like foreplay leading up to
But
that.
what you just said is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Set the tone.
Yeah, oh,
like
yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of people, guys, in relationships, like get comfortable and they just want to skip straight to the
They just want to
skip to the good part. Yeah.
Stop trying to jump on it, gentlemen. Slow it down.
But it's like, especially girls after work, like Tate and I were actually just talking about this. Like you have to like get into the moment.
Right.
Like girls have to like
Yeah.
debrief from work. And like, so like if you're just trying to skip straight to it, like we still have 50 things on our mind. Like,
Yeah, I can walk across the I can walk across the couch, hit it the wrong way, and I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I'm horny. You know what I mean? I brush the couch the wrong way. I'm ready to go. So I mean, I feel like for women, like it takes time. Like you gotta work on.
That's us
Yeah.
as men, Ty.
so like what you said, like words of affirmation
warm
when
her
you're
up.
coming in. Warm her up.
Warm her up.
Warm
Listen,
her up.
I'm still learning. Listen, I'm not perfect, but I'm just realizing, listen, just come home. If I ask her, listen, do I need to wash the dishes for you tonight? Listen, that might turn her on.
Oh, that's
That's a wrap. I mean,
Done.
it's
Speaking
simple
to Katie
things like
right
that.
yeah. You just
See?
Yeah.
got hit.
Katie goes the other day, she goes, I had to talk to my boyfriend about helping out and stuff at the house. And she was like, next thing you know, he's like picking weeds. I didn't even ask. And she's like, that was hot.
That was
That got me excited.
I was on the phone and I turned the corner and he was picking weeds. I was like, I gotta go.
Oh, wow. Baby, I'm going to start picking some weeds. Oh,
Yeah.
we won't have any weeds.
You're gonna find some weeds. You're gonna be in neighbors' yards just picking weeds.
It's getting hot just thinking about it.
Ooh, I love it.
I think also what's important to understand is the love language that your person loves, receiving
Yep.
in order to fulfill them the correct way, you
Yeah.
know? And like, I think you have to feed into what they like, even if it's out of your comfort zone, Like some people, like
That's a good one.
like
Yes.
I love
That's a
touch.
good one.
I love touch, and if she doesn't love touch, we have to find a way to compromise. And if
Right.
it's vice versa, she doesn't love touch or she loves touch, and I'm like how is that relationship going to work? But you have to find ways. You got to get out of your comfort zone and find ways to compromise for each other. I feel like to make these things different and make these things work.
I had a girl make me take the test one time, and I thought she was crazy. Like, there's like a test online, you can go on there.
The love language test.
It'll tell you, and I was like, I thought it was like the same thing as her asking what my sign was, and I was like, bro, like, what are you talking about? But I took it, and it's true. Like,
What is your love language?
touch?
Touch.
I feel like we're a
Yeah.
lot alike.
yeah, I'm touch. I'm
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm touched. I'm touched.
Like if she ain't like touching me in public and like seems like she is not with me, like I'm all about a girl that it can't be like too much, but she definitely, I I like someone that comes up to me, hugs me, like
Yeah.
lets me know.
Yeah, oh,
you
yeah.
know? Like I don't care what you say. I care about what you do.
Yeah.
All right, Griff, I want to know a little bit more about your love life.
Okay.
Griff, you date in the spotlight, on a massive spotlight.
Yeah, that was
It's tough. It's hard. It's scary.
it
You know
is.
what I mean? And here's my first question. I'm gonna go for this. I look at a lot of the younger guys and girls that are like, in the TikTok space, doing all these things. And like my whole question is like, y'all become public so quick,
super.
right? And I'm almost like, are they doing it because they actually like each other? Or are they doing it because, oh shit, my engagement just shot through the roof?
Oof. I think there's it depends. Like whenever I came into my relationship, it was like super early on. And I don't think I fully grasped like what was gonna happen. Right. Because I came into this, I was in college, just chilling in nursing school one day, and then like a couple videos popped off, went on a tour with a bunch of the guys, and it was raps.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I came into my relationship, we actually weren't that like famous yet. It was like before we even started the houses.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously over time it developed because it lasted like 8 or 9 months, which is good for me.
Yep.
It was almost a year. That's like a record. It became super difficult, and it's like so much pressure from every angle, just from like a normal day-to-day life, which relationships are hard enough, but also, paparazzi and the spotlight. I think nowadays a lot of the relationships are more fake than they are real.
Mm-hmm.
But in the beginning, I think a lot of them started off super like authentic because it was before anything happened, and it was like, you have people you grew up with, and that, before you went on the show, like the people that were there for you and were your people before you went on mean more than people that come into your life and kind of like, you don't have the same
Exactly.
connection. So,
And so my next, I think I'm gonna go like this way with it is, I feel like relationships, like in that spotlight, they catch fire so quick because it feels good to get the excitement and the acceptance from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree.
and you're worried about things popping off and your engagement going up and like, damn, we're in the news, we're this, we're that, like, damn, we could be this power couple. And it makes you kind of just look past a lot of things. And it makes you think like, oh shit, we can just hit it rich together. We can do it big together. Like, it makes you think about, oh, I love this girl. I'm skipping, you're skipping like 20 steps because you're so excited about what's going on within this craziness, and then you're not even really dissecting what's really important in this personal relationship. You're spending time, but really it's like, it's happening so fast. I see with so many people dating in the spotlight. I mean, how many engagements do we see from celebrities that happen within a year, within 8 months, or you know what I mean? And I'm like,
quick.
And then they're divorced after like a year and a half or 2 years. I'm like,
Yep.
I feel like they just do things because it's like they're so used to that shock and awe and that thrill of people getting excited about something. Like, there's nothing like the thrill of the excitement of when I first started popping off on that show and coming off that show, and it was craziness. You know what I mean? Like there hasn't been a sense of that excitement in my career yet, like that, because that was monstrous for me. That changed the whole game. You know what I mean? Except for like you get a dose of it when you're in these relationships because the buzz, the excitement. You know what I mean? Like
It's like literally a
fix.
drug, a quick fix.
Yeah.
Literally.
And so I look at a lot of these celebrity relationships as like almost like a disaster waiting to happen because you both really aren't invested. You know what I mean? Like you even like are tweeting at each other like I love you, or you're on Instagram like I love you and shit. You know what I mean? And like and everyone else is falling in love with it on the
Right.
outside.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel like you're even falling in love with it more, but you're really not. You really don't know shit about each other or what that relationship is. You don't know each other's quirks yet.
Don't you think that opposite too, though? Like you can let outsiders dictate whether somebody's good for you or not. Like if so much social pressure is like, hey, this isn't the right person for you, or this, you guys suck together, you should be with so-and-so. Like, doesn't that get overwhelming too, or no?
I feel like there's not really like too much overwhelming. Like, I don't know. I've never had a relationship afterwards. It's like so much negativity. It's like doesn't work because most people just want to see you with someone and they want to like follow the
Follow it.
gossip and the drama. Of course, there's girls that are like, oh, I hate her. Like, they say stuff.
Yeah.
But I've never had an overwhelming amount of that. Have you?
Like from the fans.
Yeah, just like it's so bad where
Yeah.
people are like,
My last one, everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
okay, well, maybe he can speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
even my friends were. but no, I mean, I guess Griffin, do you have, what's your biggest regret from dating in the limelight so far?
You know, I think my biggest regret was not ending it when I knew I should have, and I let the fix, take over me. It's like, if I end this now, then that's like I'm ending it all, and you think that your life is gonna crash down, but in reality, I wish I would have ended things while they were still good, on good terms, and like taken the sign to just like walk away before things got bad. But I didn't. I stayed in a relationship that was unhealthy, and realistically, I knew I should have ended it sooner, and it did not end well.
How is your friendship after that relationship?
Like with her,
Yeah, now.
it took some time because it was like a big deal, like there was a lot of eyeballs on that one. And it took probably, I would say, at least a year before I didn't wake up in the morning and like think about it, or at some point in the day think about what happened. Just because it was like such a pivot in my career. It was like something that had been a big part of it built up, and then it just was gone. I was a shithead. I made a lot of mistakes, and like instead of being able to learn on a normal level, when you're I guess living a normal life, and let's say you like have a bad breakup or you cheat on someone or whatever, like it's bad, and like it's bad, but you kind of just, I don't know. It's just between you and yourself. And in that moment, it was me and millions of people.
Yeah.
Like telling you you're crappy, you're like, I know
Yeah.
it was crappy.
Well, because
Like,
I'm my own biggest critic too.
Yeah,
I'm
of
sure
course.
you can relate. Like when I mess up, no one can beat me up more than myself. So that was pretty miserable. But other than that, I would say things are good now, and I learned a lot, and like I'm pretty thankful for it. But
I think. Well, now I crack up because I see some of your videos that you do, and you just, I'm like, Griff, you have some balls, dog. You have some balls. So his ex just shaved her head, right? And then Griff did like a Stitch video to it, and that shit was so funny, man. It's like her with the shaved head. She's killing the shaved head, like she looks great. But then you see, like it zooms right to Griff, and he's like, you know what I mean? Like I was cracking up. I thought it was a fantastic video.
It was good. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, I like it.
Did she chirp that?
No.
Nothing.
She didn't chirp it. I thought it was like funny. I didn't mean for it to be bad. I think some people, it was like a 50-50 of like, some people thought it was funny, some people thought it was like cool. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I mean, if you can't take that as a joke, come on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it wasn't like, I literally had no malicious. It was just like I woke up one day and I was like, no fucking way.
yeah.
And I was like, is this for real?
Yeah.
And then I clicked on the video. I was like, I have to.
It was
Like,
fantastic.
It was just it was too good not to.
No, I was dying when I saw that video. What about, I got a question. What about, do you ever see yourself, I get asked this all the time. What about, will you always date a celebrity, or will you ever date someone out of the light?
Yeah, like people would say, like, would you date a fan? I don't really care, to be honest. I mean, realistically, at the end of the day, if people just want to like see us with someone, so if I wanted to be with someone to get the attention, it wouldn't matter. I think that since we're kind of in the world, we get pushed on to other like people that are celebrities or whatever, because it's really hard for a normal girl to understand the life that we live, like, and not get jealous or feel insecure. Like, we'll travel for weeks at a time, or we'll be here, we'll be there with other like girls that are, models, and they're so beautiful and all of this stuff. I just think it's really hard to date someone that's quote unquote like lives a normal life. But also I don't think about it really, like going into it. I just like, I want someone that's attractive, knows how to fuck, and like it's a good time. So
Well, I think we found Griffin's problem, everybody.
Tyler, you're not far behind his.
what would you say? What would you?
He would literally say.
I am tapping out. Wow.
Well, I think those are all good starters. Wow. But I think when I think long term, I don't think about fucking's important, but I don't think about
Making love. Can we just call it that for a
Making
minute?
love.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When I think about long term, I don't think about making love right away.
Okay, hold on. Getting
I
with
was gonna
someone.
ask you about that. Is it making love at all anymore? Or no?
If we're talking about dating to marriage, that's different, all right? Like I'm
That's
dating for a
making
good.
love.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's
so
making
that brings
love.
a good point. Griff, do you see yourself at a point right now to date to marriage, or are you just trying to live life and date to have fun? Because nothing's wrong with either, as long as you're transparent with your partner about what it is.
So yeah, I have this conversation. I think realistically, right now, I go into every relationship saying like, I'm here to have a good time, and I think that one day I'm just gonna go into a relationship saying like I'm gonna have a good time, and then she's just gonna like take over my
Take
life.
over. And that's how it's supposed to happen. I think like
Yeah.
you don't go into a relationship saying like, hey, this isn't going to work because I'm not trying to marry you. But like you should go into it with the mentality of like, I hope I have a good time with this person. And if it ever fizzles out, it fizzles out. But like at least I learned something more that I can take into a future relationship.
Note taken.
One step closer, just don't go backwards, boys.
That's,
Hey, we're being honest here, all right?
Hey, that's all
No
we're here
judgment.
for.
I was gonna say
That's the
honesty
point
is
of the
best
wine.
Best thing for sure. Well, hello, wine.
I've done that too. Where I'm like not really honest about my intentions.
Right.
And then I get into a relationship and then she catches way more feelings than I have. And it's like, that's a whole nother shit show. You been there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah. I've been there. Where
We've
exactly.
all been there.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And- exactly. So my next question is: has an ex ever reached out back to you? And have you ever tried to get back into it?
You mean like as an it's like to get with me or to just be like be friends or
To get with you, be friends, whatever it is. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just comfort
Let's
sex.
start with get with you. Yeah.
yeah, right? Yeah, of course. Like I've had a few exes because like I know that some people may think that I've been a shithead if they've watched the news and the media, but I've always had except for one, pretty good breakups. So like, I'll go home or whatever, like an ex will hit me up. Like, we were always like cool.
Yeah.
So most of the girls I was with, like they knew I was just a shithead.
Like your actual girlfriend, or just a hookup you would go back home to and hook up with again.
Both.
Both.
Yeah. But most like girlfriends, like especially, I think.
I've never hooked up with my ex after we broke up.
Really?
After like
You're
a final
done.
breakup.
After a final breakup.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a good breakup?
No, they've all been bad. I didn't know there was such thing. I thought my last one was going to be amicable. What is the word? Amicable.
You're right.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be amicable, but apparently it wasn't.
Wrong.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But that's for another day. This is about
I hope you do though, because it's kind of cool.
have a good breakup.
Yeah, like it.
Thanks for wishing upon another breakup.
I mean, no. Don't get me wrong. Like I wish, I hope for you. But if you do break up again one day, I hope it's a good one.
Nice. Oh Lord.
I don't know what's easier, like an easy breakup or a bad breakup. At least if it's like a bad one, it's solidified, it's done. If it was like an easy breakup, it's like, do you ever still wonder the what ifs?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's like the trade-off, right? Like if it's a bad one, you're done.
You're done.
If it's a good one, it's like, man, I kind of miss you.
We might have to
sometimes.
dabble with it.
It's
again.
like a Tuesday night and you're in your bed and you're like lonely. You're like, fuck, should I hit her up? Like,
Go to sleep.
Yeah, nut.
What'd you say, nut?
You've never done that either? You've never reached out for an ex because you were lonely?
Nah.
No?
I mean, I would say my second relationship,
wow.
I was in, like we broke up twice within that relationship. But it was like we both wanted each other back. We both were playing.
Gotcha.
But when that last breakup came in, I was like,
That's a wrap.
that's
That was
over.
it.
Wrap.
when my ex and I broke up, Tyler used to like shout his number every time we like would leave hanging out for the day. He'd be like, if you get lonely, text me, not your ex. And then he'd be like, 561.
Hey.
Yeah.
gonna stop there.
Blah. That's a number.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Have you ever ran into an ex and she was with someone else and you just wanted her back for that reason?
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
That's rough.
It's tough.
Well, especially when the ex was living in your house.
What?
I'm not sure what that was, but I can pick it up just by eye contact if you're not here.
Put it back down.
Moving on.
I wasn't ready. I didn't know what you were gonna say, but that was not it.
That
yeah,
was
you're
not
right.
it, huh?
That's rough, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I could not imagine that. You know,
Me
It's
either.
LA.
that,
LA.
that was very LA.
I couldn't do that. No. Bye-bye.
Has that put a damper on the way you look at relationships now? Because I got burned, and it made it hard for me to go forward with other people.
You know, I think it definitely does because, you know, I'm definitely not perfect. I'm wild sometimes. I make stupid decisions, but like I would say, and I can't speak for myself technically, but you know, I try to be a pretty good guy and like, you know, I make my fair mistakes, but I'm never like malicious or like really try to hurt someone. And I think from that situation, it was played out to be like I'm a terrible guy that like purposely was just out here, you know, trying to raise hell and like really hurt someone. And it was like blown way out of context. And I think I'm just scared, I think, for the future to like really get involved with someone to the point where they could, I don't know, like I just get scared they're going to make up something or try to make a story or try to get headlines or, you know, do something to really, I guess, hurt me because that was crazy.
That's
that was a
real
crazy
fear.
time.
I mean, part of the things I've learned from this whole thing is one, don't speak out, don't speak back to me, don't ever give it energy. Because I want to sometimes. I want to just come out here and say this, and this. But at the end of the day, once you do, one, it's going to create more headlines.
Yep.
More attention.
Yep. And so they're going to get more headlines for themselves. And two, they're going to go back again and they're going to spin it whichever way they want to spin it. And that's a battle we'll never win.
Ever.
You know what I mean? Like you just like you won't. So there's no reason to fight it. You
So
know,
true.
like get once it's just like I don't ever want the last word anymore, in the media at least.
Yeah.
Just let it play.
Yeah, let it play, let it die.
Let it burn out on its own.
That's a fire you don't want to keep burning.
Yeah.
There's no story if you don't answer back.
Yeah.
Someone
No,
told me that. There's no
exactly.
story if you don't answer.
And true, someone, you know, I think Serena Williams said this, and she said that, you know, after 2 weeks, if you make it through 2 weeks of this, you know, whatever hell you're in, it'll go by. You'll be good.
People forget.
The story's done. There's new news. It's almost like 48 hours, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean? Someone's doing crazy shit everywhere to get in the news now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you don't reply, there's no story, it's over. People forget, they move on. And I mean, unless it's crazy.
Griff, you're 22 years old?
23.
23 years old?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a pup.
I'm about to be 24 though.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
January.
Okay. We still got a couple months.
What is
Yeah.
it? It's October. I mean, and I feel
You're
like
almost there.
I feel like 3 months is like
Where does relationship prioritize in your life right now?
I mean, it depends on the day, really, because like sometimes you would ask me and I'd say 0, like I don't want anything to do with it, and then sometimes I get lonely.
What's the most important thing to you right now?
The most important thing to me right now is my family and my friends, like, and that's just like from a standpoint of I feel like I have a lot of people in my life that have been there for me a lot, and I've sacrificed a lot of time to be with them. So right now I'm trying to, you know, build my career and make the money I can to make sure I can give back and like take care of everyone. So that's one for me.
I think my advice to you, Griff, is you're 23. Build that career.
Yep.
Build it. Yeah.
Build that career. I mean, I always tell it because I get frustrated too. I think about it. I'm like, damn, I would love to, you know, be with somebody and live with somebody, but I'm not where I want to be at in my life right now.
That's how I feel.
And so
for
how
sure.
can I?
But you might never be, and that's also what you have to realize is that like you guys shouldn't be looking for love, as tacky as it is to say. Like, just keep living your life; it'll come.
Yeah.
It will find you.
But you can't like be like,
promise.
"Oh, I'm not ready." You're never gonna be ready. Like relationships aren't easy.
She's right.
No, you're exactly right. And there was a video I found of A$AP Rocky. He's being interviewed, and
That's probably good.
And the lady's like, and she's like, "Will you ever?" She goes, "Will you ever settle down?" He goes, "Yeah, I hope so. One day." She goes, "When though?" He goes, "It could be tomorrow," you know. But she's like, she doesn't believe him, you know. And he's like, "I'm not gonna go looking for love. You can't go looking for love, you know." He's like, "Love's a gift. You have to be patient, and that gift will come." You just have to be ready to receive it. And
So true.
Yep.
Wow.
and
You might be drunk in the Keys or drunk at Gasparilla. And boom.
That's
how it happens.
I was drunk in the Keys when
Now
I
I
met
was
my
drunk
wife.
in Gasparilla.
Yep.
so we gotta just keep
So
getting
just
drunk.
keep
Hey, where's the tequila? Where's it at? Where's it at?
Tell us that.
I mean, I was sober.
Tuesday night in South Florida. Where can we go?
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Johnny Mangoes.
sweet.
Truly, that person will light a fire in you, and you're not going to want to even look to the left or to the right to see what's over there anymore. It's going to be right in front of you.
I believe you. I haven't seen him, but I believe it.
Listen, you got time.
Griffin, Griffin, if you were to impact relationships, datings by giving advice, what would it be?
So if I had one piece of advice that I was gonna like say for a relationship,
Yep.
I would say be yourself. Go into it being yourself. And I've done this in the past too. And I think some people try to put on like a front when you go into it that you're better or you're, you know, I don't know, you just like are more caring or more loving or than you really are, like on a normal like daily basis, right? Like sometimes the honeymoon phase is strong and they're like the best of the best. I think that you know, even in the past I've tried to like scale myself up or play myself up that I'm better than what I am. And I think you know, a lot of people want to be impressive and like, you know, be great and you know, if they find someone new and they're like, oh my God, like I gotta be the best or else they're gonna leave me or whatever. And I think that it's important to go in and always be yourself. So I'm not great at it. I'm not saying that I'm the relationship guru, but I would definitely say to never like fold on who you are for somebody else.
No,
Because then it gets exhausting
Well
trying
done.
to keep up with that.
Be real.
I love that.
Me
I
too.
love that. And like it always took pride in that too, because I think you're just like me. Like we aren't LA boys. We are not city boys. Like
Not at all.
you're from fucking Indiana.
Right.
I'm from a little boat town in Jupiter, Florida. You know, like, and so like when I was out in LA, like at first it's like, damn, I gotta try and be somebody. Then I realized like, man, I'm not these people.
Right.
And I never will be these people. You
But
know?
that's what makes you.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's your swag.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what makes me different. That's what makes me dope, you know. And like, I remember like I was in LA for a job, and people were giving me shit because the job I was doing, they gave me a Toyota Prius for a month, and I was driving around this Prius everywhere, and I was going to big time people's houses in that Prius. And they're like, and like they would have like Lamborghini Ventadors and
that fancy shit.
and I got my Prius parked there out front, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, that's me, you know what I mean?
Hey.
And like, but like, it took me like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyways. You know what
You
I mean?
own
Like,
that shit.
Yeah, exactly,
Bro,
And,
girls don't care.
And
Really.
I remember like when I was like,
No.
I had to drive a girl to the airport one time, and I was like, you want me to drive your car, or you want to hop in the Prius? You know what I mean? 'Cause I was hoping to get a chance to ride the car. You know what I mean? The Ventador.
Right.
But that didn't work out. I drove the Prius, dropped her off.
Listen, they don't care, bro. I haven't met very many girls that can even tell you the difference between a Lamborghini Huracan, a Ventador. Like, they don't know if it's a Corvette. Like,
They know
bro.
what a Prius is, though. I promise you that.
Hey, that's a little different. though.
Can you even fit in a Prius?
My head's over here rubbing the ceiling. You know what I mean?
A couple months ago, Tyler didn't have a car. He was rocking my tiny
I know.
Trailblazer everywhere.
I would be
It's
so
still
like,
bigger
I'm
than
in
a
South Florida
Prius.
now, so like I've been doing a little dating in Miami. And
Right,
like,
right.
And like I had like an old school beat up truck. I mean, it had dents and scratches all on the side. Like I pulled up the valet. I was like, you know, there's like Rolls Royces. I was like, I'm parking with the Rolls, you know.
That's awesome.
And I'm picking up these. They're looking at my car like this. You know what I mean? And then that truck blew up, right? So that was
Okay,
shot.
it's
And
done.
Yeah. Then I bought an old school truck. That thing blew up.
You had a
right away.
K10, didn't you?
What?
Like a Chevy K10?
No, I got,
Like
I
square
got
body?
an old F-250.
Is that what it is?
Ish.
Okay.
We found out.
Yeah. and then so that broke. So I was like, so Katie be with her boyfriend. I was like, Katie, let me get your keys for the weekend.
Come on.
And I'd be driving Katie's
You
little
ripping
go-kart,
my-
little go-kart down to Miami and like
Tyler's head's
taking
like
these girls on
literally
dates. You know what I mean?
sideways.
And I remember one time I was pulling out a valet and I was at a hotel down there and all these girls were outside. They're like, is that Tyler? Is that Tyler? And I was like, oh God. I jumped in that little ass car and I went,
Yeah, that's good shit, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, they
man.
still liked you. I
Yeah.
promise.
I'm gonna give you my car next time with the car seat in the back.
Yeah, I got good gas mileage.
you know what we need to do? We need to give me Phil Jr. and let me walk around with it.
Oh, then that's a game changer right there. It's over. Oh my goodness!
I can't believe that. A Trailblazer. That's good, though. I feel like if you can pull a girl in like a a Prius or something though, it's just way more swag than if you have an Aventador.
That's what I was telling myself out in LA.
Right? I mean, a
was
Prius, bro. That's pretty bad.
That's classic.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
man. And I was staying at the Standard Hotel in downtown LA. Really bad.
But if you got it, you got it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That's it.
It was an interesting time. All right, Griff. Let's go to a song.
Okay.
You got your song for me, Griff?
I do.
All right.
Sugar. Let's
Ooh,
run.
how you get so fly?
Let's go.
You say
Well
fine or
done.
fly?
Well done.
I think we're back.
Back at one. We're back now.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, back
feeling
at
it.
one. Back
Yeah.
at
All
one
right,
hits.
we are back
Yeah.
here.
That was a good choice.
with
I felt it.
You
Yeah,
felt
I felt
that?
I felt it.
It didn't seem like you guys were feeling it at first, but I think we pulled through.
so
No, we
fly.
felt
Like
that.
I was gone.
Alright.
We felt that. Sugar.
Thank
sugar.
God that girl is gone.
You're kind of. Are you okay, TC? You're a little. You're scaring me a little.
Nah,
bit,
it's
man.
okay. I got a lot going on.
He said it feels good.
I will say, when I'm with Tyler, I always release some demons. Like the last time I was here was Bryce.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
out.
Well, you guys went in early because you had to be up for something, a marathon.
Oh, my EB run.
Oh yeah, we had to do
Yes.
her EB run.
Oh.
And I was hungover and dying on that run.
Oh, yeah. We
I
got
just
home at
started-
like 4 a.m. and then ran at 7 a.m.
Yeah, I started drinking a beer every lap.
Yeah. Why didn't you come
Yo,
and run with us?
yeah, we went out that night and
my
I didn't
God.
hear from Griffin for 2 days.
I swear to you, I slept. I think it was 36 hours.
Wow.
That's incredible. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I mean, I'm a little bit retired. Like once I left LA, like you'd think Miami had me in season. But
I feel like me and Griffin have done a good job of blowing it out when we've gone out.
every time I'm with this guy, it's like my liver just explodes.
Yeah, I know how to have a good time.
Well, we
Tequila,
cross
Tyler.
we cross pretty good because
Yeah.
like we have audiences that are like alike, but yours is a little bit older than mine.
Mhm.
And when we go out, it's like the perfect synergy because I love me a good older woman. So like when I'm with Tyler, whenever I go out, I'm like,
How old, Griff? How old?
I don't care.
Let's go.
It depends. Like
What's,
you know,
what's the oldest girl you've been with, Griffin?
Uh-oh.
close to 40, I think.
Close to 40.
I'm turning this on you,
Good
Tyler. I'm
God,
curious.
Griffin Johnson.
Listen, I like that. Yeah,
I
T.
think 37. I think.
Really?
His technical age, I kind of forget.
I think at the time she was 34,
And you were?
27.
Okay.
That's not that bad of a gap.
No, like that's to me
pretty
that's
normal.
Like, to me, I would date someone that old. Like I would still be dating like that in that age range.
What's the oldest you would go right now?
It's probably the oldest I would go is 35.
So 40 is too old?
I think we're in different worlds at 40.
I got you.
Like 29,
It's fun
40. I
though.
think I'm in a different.
for a night.
I think she's
Griffin said for a night.
I don't think I am where I need to be in order to date a 40-year-old.
Oh, you're talking about dating?
Like maturity
Okay.
wise, I'm for myself.
Guys will always be less mature than us, though.
Yeah,
Of course.
and
That is
and
true.
So like
statement.
I feel like if I'm dating I'm just gonna be sitting there learning from her, like looking at her, like,
Yeah.
okay, what's next? You know what I mean?
But maybe that's what you need.
But that's what we talked about this.
And that is
like
okay.
some guys just need to be.
I do think I need to be dating someone more my age.
Yeah.
I think that's something that the more women I've talked to that are more my age, I'm like more impressed. And I feel like I also have to bring more to the table and be a better person, you know what I mean?
First dating younger, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're at a good age though.
29?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
bro,
girls are like mature, they have jobs, they have careers. Like
Griffin, I can't wait for you to get to this age. This shit's
Why?
fun.
it is. I figured.
This shit's fun. Because like you got some money, like you're getting money in your pocket, like you're older, like you're starting to make bigger moves. Like you're already
Yeah.
doing that shit. But like when you get to 29, your mind's completely like what makes me so impressed by you is you're 22, 23, turning 24.
Yeah.
Like for what you've done at that age, I was a lunatic. I still am. But at that age, I was off my rocker and like I could have zero responsibility or a girlfriend. All right, let's answer some questions.
Let's do it. I wasn't ready, but I can be.
Callers, where you at? I'm gonna add on that before you take a caller. I think you guys should go older just because it's like going to school, and it's nothing wrong with learning.
No, I completely agree.
things.
I love to learn.
Oh yeah, I dated much older women
learning.
before I got married.
I don't want to date young again.
I agree. They're not on your level. You need to find someone. Maybe you're not on her level yet, but you can get there.
Just like even just the quality of conversation. You know?
Yeah. Plus the insecurities.
That's what I was about to say.
More security for an older woman.
You can't afford that right now. Like a girl that's younger is definitely gonna be insecure. It's never gonna last.
No,
Never.
It's tough.
What you got, Kate?
I also think some people don't grow out of insecurities. But why do guys not initiate and ask girls out more? So, like, do you guys, if you guys are like out at a club,
She
let's
must not be
picture us
talking
at
to
1,
me.
2, 3, and you see a girl, whatever, right? Are you just like talking to like hook up? Or are you like pursuing like and asking her stuff and, you know, want to go on a date?
Well,
That
at a club
type
is
stuff.
definitely not a
Yeah.
good place to go.
Yeah, I was
Talk to a
gonna
girl
say.
you can't even hear what each other are talking about. You know what I mean? You just all you do at a club is just drink and smile, and laugh at each other, and sing the song. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're at a bar.
At a bar.
Okay.
Yeah, at a bar,
A lounge.
bar, lounge. Like you see somebody. Yeah, like I'm like if I'm gonna go up to you and talk to you, and if the conversation, you always can kind of sense where things are going. You know what I mean? Like in body language, the way things are talking, if things are going to escalate quickly for that night, or if like, oh, this is like
She's
somebody,
a little bit tougher.
you know, not even tougher, but just like, this is somebody that like wants to like we want to do like we want to go out, we want to do, you know, like I've like sensed people on both ends like, oh, this girl just wants to hook up and go out tonight, you know what I mean? Or this girl's like, no, she wants to like date and talk and like, and so like I think one why guys don't ask out anymore because of the hookup culture we're in.
Facts.
Agreed.
Because dating apps, all these things, you know, like I think everyone just is just trying to hook up, you know. I think why guys don't ask out anymore is confidence. I think rejection is such a fear for so many people, and that's just it just stems from insecurities. Griff,
Yeah, no, I think also like having the phones too. Like a lot of guys I know, they use Tinder or whatever. You meet these girls, you ask them out over the phone. Asking someone in person is like a whole nother level. It's
that's
like,
a great point.
you know, like it takes a lot of balls to go up to a girl.
That's my generation, baby.
in the club. Like my dad used to tell me stories like, oh yeah, we just walk right up to him and like ask him to go out with us. Like I can count on 3 fingers how many times I've probably done that in my life.
Not me. I don't have enough fingers and toes, and I'm always like I always shoot a shot.
I was gonna say maybe we need to do that to do something different.
But I think what it is because people are way more confident behind a screen or behind a Tinder profile
I agree.
or Instagram because of that picture looks good of them, or because they have a huge following, or because they have all these things. But in person, you're just a person.
I
Right.
just started doing it, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I just started like actually going out and talking to like ask a girl on a date or something. Like usually I go out, I get drunk, go to a club, you know, it ended up like we'd both be drunk and then I get like liquid courage. But I'm saying like going like sober to just ask a girl, meet her like wherever and ask to go on a date. I just started doing it.
That's a big deal. Very good.
But I will
Still think you're young to be doing it too.
Yeah, but that's
Like I
impressive.
feel like a lot of people, even
Yeah.
It's
30s,
tough.
aren't. Yeah, it's
It is
tough.
tough. It is tough.
I'm not gonna knock it though. I did go on a date off of my dating profile the other day.
And
It was fun as shit.
Yo, I have a story for you, by the way.
I want to hear this.
So I know this is gonna sound bad, but like I came up here, you know, for the foundation and everything what was that, 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
And like there was this beautiful girl next to me, right? Obviously knew she was older, but like, you know, didn't think anything of it. Ended up talking to her. She was like sitting next to me kind of at the table. And, you know, I was like definitely spitting game, shooting a shot. Ended up getting a drink and stuff. And then I figured out she had like kids and like a whole life. And I got like, I don't know, it was just so crazy to me because like she was single, but I didn't know she had all of that. And I was like ready to go on a date and like, you know, hit her up again and stuff. And she had a whole family going on. And like, that's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but like I'm 23. So
Well, I think it's like it's not wrong for what you're doing, like for wanting to not be interested because it's like you're understanding that your own immaturity is not ready for that type of
Oh,
maturity.
not even. I mean, she'd be raising me too.
Yeah.
But what about her intrigued you is what you should be questioning yourself.
She was beautiful, probably.
No, but
Well, of course, but like,
what's the question though? It's like you go meet a girl like and she's pretty, she's beautiful, but then she tells her the things that she's got going on, and like it's okay to not be ready for those things.
oh, of course. No, my question is like, what qualities did she have that pulled him in the first?
Oh, yeah.
She's
First
very
was
confident.
confidence.
Like we had an amazing conversation.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, this is like pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
I could definitely talk to you again. I mean, obviously, in my mind, really, did I think it was gonna last forever? Like, not really, but like I would have definitely went on a date with her again just to like,
Yeah.
just to do it.
Mhm.
And yeah, then I was like, this isn't gonna work.
So maybe you need an old woman without the kids.
Without the kids.
That's
right?
it.
You know what, Griffin? Our homework after this, we're gonna go on some older dates.
I like that.
Say
Women
less.
our age or above.
Okay.
For you, I'm gonna put a cap on that because you're 23. We're gonna go like 25 and above.
Okay, that's cool.
Do you got any caps for me? Or am I good where I'm at? 29. and
No,
above?
you're perfect age.
All right.
Like you're like right where you want to be. Because if you went like too much older, it'd get difficult, you know. Because then they start getting families and all.
And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back here and report back.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you
like,
both date younger as of right now,
Yeah.
for the most part.
for the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah.
I would
And
put-
it's not working. So
Not-
let's try
not
something
ours.
else.
try something new
The definition of insanity is trying something
Over and over, repeating the same
and
thing.
and expecting something different.
Yes.
Different
Thank you,
results.
Katie.
I got you.
Not happening.
You've been sipping that one.
I would put you like you just said you're turning 24.
Yeah.
I would put you in a 28 range as your cap.
Okay.
I'd say 25.
Okay.
A girl 25 is,
She's definitely ahead of him.
That's
She's
only 1 year.
Yeah, but I
But-
feel like women are like
but that's
3
what-
years older than us mentally.
but they're used to dating. What do you typically?
Except for Tate.
Hey.
And I'd put you at like 35 as your cap. Your cap.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm
though,
saying?
Because some girls
you
are,
need
it's
older
different.
to learn more.
Right.
You're in the learning stages, so you're not going to learn much from a 1 year older difference. I'm sorry. You put 3 to 4 years.
If
above.
they're dating me at 21 versus me at 25 for a girl, life difference.
Okay,
You know what?
For a guy, they
Okay.
need 10 years. For a girl,
okay, I'm gonna give you the biggest compliment ever, and I hope you take this as that. You are a unicorn.
Yeah.
You understand what that means?
that means I'm mom of the group. That's what that means.
Okay, but no, you're a rare breed.
Let's just say what it is.
You're young, but you're old. You're so advanced for your age, and I'm being dead serious.
Yeah.
But that's amazing for you.
You know what I think it is too? Is Katie's dating a younger guy. He's 26. She's 29, 28, 28, 29 in a few days.
Oh, so
And-
you understand
27.
what I'm
And-
saying.
And,
Yeah.
And you know, I think the reason why she is so good at dating him is because she's used to dealing with fourth graders all the time.
Yo,
First of all,
Don't call my Dylan the fourth grader.
Dylan is the best.
She's used to dealing with kids every day. She
And
goes
if
home,
Tyler
it's-
took some of Dylan's tips, he wouldn't be single right now.
I love your boyfriend,
So,
by the way.
Yeah,
he's the
so
best.
cool.
No,
He's the best.
He's so cool.
That's
And when
my
we're
dude.
talking about like keeping the fire burning, nobody better at it than him.
Ooh.
Ooh, explain what he does.
He's swaggy.
Just little things. Like when we walked out of the podcast last week or the
Oh, that
week
was
before,
great.
walked up to my car, and on Tuesdays we work for 14-hour days. I don't even see him. And I had a napkin on my door handle and it said, "I love you so much." And so he must have dropped it off while
That's
we were
keeping
doing
the fire
podcast.
burning, baby.
Little
There
things
it
like
is.
that.
telling you, but he's
It
himself.
was a napkin. So it was literally
That's perfect.
nothing, no money, nothing. But
Perfect.
it was like,
Yeah,
look, I'm
he
still
is
talking
very
about it.
good at those little.
He's
even those
thoughtful,
little
though.
moments.
Like he's thoughtful to me. I've only met him like twice,
Mhm.
and when I met him, when I saw him at the foundation, it was like we were homies. Like he's a
Yeah.
thoughtful guy.
He's a great
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I love Dylan.
he
No.
remembered like like he's that guy.
He's
He
a
is.
sweetheart.
He's that
Katie
guy.
and Dylan
And
break up.
Dylan
Dylan's
is
still
the
gonna be around.
outgoing one in our relationship. And
We're keeping Dylan.
what are you saying?
If Katie and Dylan break up, Dylan's still around.
He said we're keeping Dylan regardless.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna put a song on right now that me and Griffin need to learn real quick, and then we're gonna come back after 2 minutes of this song, and then we're gonna go into your questions, and we're gonna
Callers.
callers. We're gonna go to you callers, and then that's that. But Griffin, this song's for you
okay.
and me. It's time to answer your calls. We're here with Griffin for the last segment of the Everybody But Me show. The callers are welcome. Bring them in. Bring your questions. Let's
Oh,
hear
sweet.
it. Should we get Logan back in? Let's get Logan back in here. We haven't talked to Logan in a minute. Logan's one of our few fellas of the show.
Really?
Yeah.
The OG.
Logan, what's going on?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Good, man.
How's
How
it
we
going?
doing?
It's doing good, man. I got a question for you and Griffin both.
All right, bring it
All
on.
right, let's go.
Do y'all think it's like when you go out, do you think it's easier for you to approach a girl since you have a following and you like, does that give you more confidence that you're miss, I guess you could say? Or does it still feel like just no one knows you and you're just, I don't know.
So go ahead, Griff.
Okay, you might have a different answer than me. I actually think it set me back a little bit because I'm always so like conscious about the fact of like, do they know who I am? And maybe it's like, I don't know, it sounds conceited, but also like at the same time, sometimes I'm worried that, a girl is, I don't know, kind of out to get me. And I think you asked me this earlier, and I said that I was a little bit worried still from my last relationship, but I think I was almost a little bit better at it in college and like going out and stuff than I am now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me.
Well, I also think too, there's like a fear that you want to date someone that's actually into you for you,
Right.
and you don't want to just like be with a fangirl or date someone just like who just wants to like probably just going to end up taking pictures of you or videos of you. So I think there's that fear. But I think Logan, no matter what, I'm not gonna lie. The following, you walk into a club, people know you are. The tables there for you. Like
It feels good.
It feels good, and you get, of course, some confidence from that. But no matter what, no matter if you're us, no matter who you are, you see a girl you want to go talk to. There's always that talking to yourself before you talk to that girl. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like you gotta go like talk yourself up to it before you go talk to her, and that's always gonna be there.
You give the 3, 2, 1, like
Guys,
3,
you're
2, 1.
being
I.
Yeah, and sometimes that 3, 2, 1 happens like 6 different times. You know what I mean?
You're like, fuck.
That's all right. Let me take another shot. You know, I'm gonna do it. Let me do one more shot. You know what I mean? So Logan, that's always still there.
And also, has there ever been a time that you're like, oh, that girl's gorgeous, and you go up to her and she's like fangirling, so it just ruins the whole thing?
Ooh.
It's definitely happened. But what do you do in that situation, Griffin?
You
Hook up
know-
with her.
No. Yeah. There's been times where it's like too much. I don't care if a girl necessarily has seen me on the internet or knows me or whatever. She knows a little bit of history and like, but if she starts asking me like, yo, how's Bryce, or like, how's Tyler? Is he cool? And like,
That sucks. Yeah.
if she really starts going in like that, I'm like, nah, like it's over.
If the worst thing you can do as a girl, if we're trying to talk or be friends or do anything, don't ask me about The Bachelor. Don't ask me about
The homies.
drama. Don't ask about any of that shit. Ask me about me. Ask me about. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about. You know what I mean? Like talk about real. Like as soon as you start talking and like talking about that stuff, I'm out.
Definitely.
Yep.
Every time.
Logan, how's your dating life
Yep.
going?
Oh, heck, shit, man. I had to do the 1, 2, 3 count to walk into Target today by myself, so I can't fucking.
There you go.
Target, smart place to go
That's
if
a
you're
great
looking
place
for
to
a
meet some
date.
ladies.
Yes.
Yeah, no, man. I haven't really been dating, man. I'm just living life right now.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, Logan. You're a young guy too, so you got to do it for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I appreciate you. You're from Shreveport, right?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get out of
I
here.
remember my guy. Well, you let me know if you make it down to South Florida.
All right, man. I'll let you know.
Appreciate you
See
calling
you,
in, man. I'll
Logan.
see you. All right.
He said, I have to do the 1, 2, 3 just to walk into Target.
Target, man.
Hi, hello.
Marissa, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Hello.
Hey, Peach Queen, we'll get back to you and go to mute real quick, and we'll get on you. We'll get you on next. Is that cool?
Okay.
Tyler's been drinking wine, so he's inviting
I'm just inviting
everybody in at once.
So who do we have
So
on the
Marissa,
phone?
what's going on?
All right. So my friend has been trying to get me to get on the show for weeks now because I've been dealing with something, and she's like, they can help you. So long story short, I met a guy like last June, like June of 21. And then he randomly came back into my life December of 21. And we've talked like every single day since. We saw each other all the time. And then in May, he moved from Tennessee to Kansas. And we've still talked like every day, like from good morning to good night. And he was like, I don't know if I want to do distance, like all of this stuff. but it feels like we're doing it. However, I'm literally in my bathroom getting ready to go on a date. And I'm just like stuck because I definitely love that guy and I don't know what to do.
You definitely love that guy, you said?
Yeah.
But
Wait.
you're going on a date with somebody else right now
Yes.
because you're not sure the person is even wanting to do distance.
Yes.
Then you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing.
I agree.
I'm gonna disagree with the three of them on this one.
Ooh.
Really?
Sorry.
Let's hear it.
If you just said the word, I love that guy. If you love that person,
But they're not sure about you.
then clear that up first before you go on a date with somebody else.
Marissa, would you move to him?
So the thing is, he's not sure if he's permanently there. So he works in aviation. So he's not sure if he's permanently going to be there, but I did just get a new job where I'm off like Christmas to New Year's. And he said that if he's home in time from like his parent place, that I might be able to come visit. So I like don't really know. It's like so confusing because like we talk all day, every day, and, like about what we're doing with our lives. It's never been like a sexual conversation or anything by that means. It's always just been like life talk.
Have you guys ever hooked up before?
Yeah, we were exclusive while he was still living here.
And so here's why, Phil, here's why I think she needs to move on, like go date and do everything, because they were exclusive while they were there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He moves, they happen to not be exclusive anymore, right? He wants his cake and eat it too. Is that how that saying goes?
Yes.
Basically, like,
That's true.
like,
Yeah, but is he seeing somebody else, Marissa?
No.
Okay, Marissa, I'm sorry. You got to close that chapter with him
but hold on,
and then go on dates.
But Marissa, why did it go from exclusive to non-exclusive once y'all created distance?
So I wanted to do this and he didn't. He said that he's gotten burned by it before, but it feels like we're doing it anyways, which is why I'm confused and just like lost. But like, I mean, at the end of the day, like he's my best friend though. Like that's the thing. It's like he gets me like, and I know this is so fucking cliche, but he honestly does get me like no one else has in my entire life.
Damn. What about that's tough.
It is tough, but I also think that like from the sound of it, you're not a priority right now because of distance. He's using like something that burned him in the past, and
That's not
firm
your fault.
believer that you don't bring your past. You make people aware of your past, but you can't
Bring
like
your past into your new relationship.
exactly, or like make it to be like an issue within. I think
There's
personally.
a lot of context that goes into this.
Yeah, this is a tough
Because
one.
the thing is I've had girls, and this is from experience. Like whenever, for instance, I was in college, I moved to LA, I had a girl, and like it was kind of like Tyler said, I wanted her to be exclusive to me,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to be exclusive.
Mhm.
So you can't have like
Your
you know,
cake
the
and eat
cake
it
and eat it
too.
too. So
And so that's what I think is going on here. Like of course he's going to tell you he's not dating anybody. Are you telling him you're going on a date tonight?
No.
Exactly.
See, I was going to ask that question.
So what is he also not telling you, especially when he's saying, because if he were to say right now, like, okay, let's do this distance thing, you would stop everything and do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but he's not doing the same for you.
Well, the thing is like he always asks me what I'm doing, and I've never said I'm going on a date, but I've also never lied. Like I've said that I'm doing a thing with friends. But however, when I literally get texts from him like 24/7, so and like he'll send me photos, and those photos are taken at the exact time he sent them to me. So it's not like he literally doesn't have any. I don't know how he'd be going on dates if he wasn't
Oh, they
sending me
find a way.
messages and pictures.
Marissa, what do your friends think you should do?
Well, one of them told me to call into the show. A lot of them have kind of said to like keep the friendship and like keep it what it is, go on dates, and it, like if he does come back and be like, hey, actually like I want to try, then like that puts the ball back in my court, being like, hey, like I have to then make the decision on where my dating life is at the moment with whom I'm going on dates with.
Yeah, and what you just said is like, you're not putting your life on hold for him. Like, go on dates. Go.
y'all need an honest conversation.
And-
That's what you're missing.
I was gonna say the
that's
same
what-
thing.
So Marissa, I was gonna say you need an honest conversation, like exactly what Griffin said. What if you were to be like, I want to move to be with you, to be, to move in with you, whether we're traveling or not, we don't know where we are. Like I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? And then see
Yeah.
what he says, because if he says yes, he called your bluff. Now you got to go move in with him. But if he says no, you kind of get your answer though. You know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes there's a comfortability that comes from just texting and talking to somebody all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think
I mean, like that goodbye was so brutal. I've never, like, I was sobbing, like ugly crying, but like he was crying, and I've never seen like a guy that I've been with like cry.
so. I mean, I do believe there could be something special here. Like, I really do.
I do too.
And so I think what it's going to take, Marissa, and it's hard, but like you need to do it. Is this like tough conversation that Griffin's talking
Has to
about?
happen.
Because,
That's where you get your answer.
exactly 'cause-
Before the date happens, Marissa.
And not
No,
even about
technically.
not even about like pretending like you're going to move in with him or whatever, or even if you would, but just like, hey, this is where I'm at. I want to be with you, distance or not. But I also can't put my life on hold for you. So I'm going to go out and date around because I am not what you need right now. But
guys will do this.
and then let the ball be in his court. If he's like, okay, holy hell, like I'm about to lose this girl, then he'll tell you like, no, screw it, let's do it, we'll figure it out. Or he'll be like, what do you mean you're gonna go on dates? Like blah blah blah. Like, well, that's on him. He's choosing to not make you a priority, so he can't stop you from dating.
So Kate, you
Yeah.
are agreeing with me then. So she should be honest though.
Oh,
So
she should be
Marissa,
honest.
Let me ask you, what would you do if you found out he was on this radio show saying he's getting ready to go on a date? How would you feel? Done. That's
She'd be
it.
livid. She'd be
You
livid.
answered your own question just now.
I think I'd cry.
Okay, then you know what? You might make that man cry too. So if he, what if?
Yeah, but it's different. She's the one that's willing to make distance work. He's not.
Yeah, but I think she needs to get the answer she needs to hear.
I agree.
And she needs to be honest with him
She needs,
Yes.
she needs to
because
go.
she's doing it behind his back right now. So at the end of the day,
But
that's,
they're not.
that's cheating.
No, it's
They're not
They're not
dating.
exclusive.
They're not dating.
Oh, so you're not? But you said you were exclusive.
loves-
No,
him.
no, they used to be exclusive. Once they moved away, he
Right.
was like, I can't do distance.
Right.
But now he wants to text all the time.
Well, you know what? She stopped me in my tracks when she said the word love.
Yeah.
Love is tough.
So here's
You
what I
don't
think
love
you're at,
nobody
Marissa.
if you go on a date with somebody else.
Marissa, you need to have the tough conversation, right? You need to be
Yeah.
truthful with them. You need to figure out what it is, you know,
Yep.
because guys do this all the time. Griffin just said it, like, he's like, I'll text a girl and have a girl there just because it feels comfortable that I always have something there.
I've done it.
Right? And guys do that all the time. And it's a shitty thing to do to
It is
girls.
very.
It's terrible,
But
right?
what if he's not doing that to her?
But she'll never know until she asks the questions and gets the answers she needs, Phil. She's
Yeah.
got to go
Yeah.
have those conversations. And it sucks because it's scary because you may get the answer you want or you may get the answer you don't want. And it's a harsh reality, but it's the best reality because
It's way better than guessing.
yeah,
And you need the answer, not like a half-ass like,
I
oh
agree.
yeah, like we'll
Once
talk
we're
about
together.
it.
like
yeah.
I'll tell every girl that I'll see y'all Christmas break. That's easy. I can do that too. But, you know what I mean? I think I've already done that 7 times.
I'll see you when I'm home. I'll
Tyler's
see
having
you
a
when I'm
very
home.
Merry Christmas.
It's gonna
But
be
like, I know at the end of the day, I want him in my life, whatever that means. So that's just like,
That's tough. You might
Where,
have
like-
to.
yeah.
But you need to, okay, and that's fair, and you're allowed to have that. But you need to also give yourself the freedom to either is him as your boyfriend or to go date other people.
Yeah. And just like the respect for yourself and for your time. Like you're saying you love him, but like he's not dedicating that same energy to you. So it's like lay it out on the table, black and white. Here's what it is. I love you. I want to make it work. If not, that's fine. We'll
you move
figure out a
forward.
way to be friends, but I'm going to go on with my life and try to date.
Marissa, you know what they say? If you love something, you gotta let it go, and if it truly loves you, it'll come back. And I'll tell you this from prior experiences:
It
has
doesn't
never
come
came
back.
Oh.
But Marissa, I think all it takes is a real conversation, and I believe in you, and we have your back. And so, if you want to get on here and call us tomorrow and go through, or call us next week and go through with us, we are here for
Yeah,
you.
if you want to call us and somehow like video on your computer with
Yeah,
him,
I
we'll be
wanna-
in the background in your ear. Like we
I
got
want to hear
you.
about this, Marissa. But at the end of the day, listen, treat him how you want to be treated, Marissa.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's a fact.
That's it.
Go on that date, girly.
So, Marissa, what are you gonna?
Wow.
Marissa,
Kate, I'm shocked at you.
Marissa, what are you gonna do
Tonight?
when you hang up this phone? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you going to do? She already got dressed.
I'm all-
The mascara's on. She's
Um,
going out.
Well, I'm going out, but I will probably text him and ask if we can talk on the phone tomorrow.
That's good.
Perfect.
Okay,
So
that's fair.
So
Yep.
are you going to be honest with him though, and tell him that you want to date?
Yeah, I've
Marissa,
always been honest with him.
Okay.
Marissa,
There
will
it
you?
is.
We will put a segment in this show next week if you want to call back in and talk us about it.
I cannot wait to hear back.
Do you want
Okay, but
to?
you have to do it at this time because I'm at Central Time, so I won't be able to make it if it's on Eastern Time at this time.
We'll make it at the end of the show. So like,
Okay,
7
I'll do my best.
o'clock.
yeah. So we'll see you
Okay.
at 6:45 next week,
That's
Sounds
Eastern,
good.
Eastern
All right.
Standard Time.
which is 5:45 your time.
Yeah, I'll be driving back from work.
All right.
Perfect.
Love you, Marissa. Best of luck. Have fun on that date.
No, I
tonight.
love you guys.
Yeah, I've definitely been
All right,
there.
our last caller,
Yeah.
the one and only
Wow.
Christine. What's going on?
Hey guys. Oh damn, I have to say you guys did a fabulous job giving that girl some advice because I can definitely relate to some of that stuff.
Griffin, I'm gonna let you know before she gets on here. She's wild.
She's wild.
Christine's a wild one.
I am a little
Okay.
wild. I am a little wild.
We love Christine.
I love you guys too. Honestly, I think all of us would get along very well because I have exactly the same issues with my dating life that you guys do.
Are you saying we have issues?
Like, no, it's okay. Everybody has issues.
We're all toxic. We get it.
We're working through
I'm
it.
very toxic. It's so bad. And I can never find anybody that's as sexual as I am. It's a problem.
South Florida breeds them.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, you know what's so funny? I was in Florida right before the storm hit. When you guys had that party over at the club, but I just was not able to make it, unfortunately. It was really sad.
Damn, we would have loved to
No,
have
I was gonna come hang out with you guys. You guys would have loved hanging out with me.
Man.
I have a question though. Okay, so I feel like I have this problem a lot. Do you guys know what the ick is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ick, yeah.
The slightest
Oh,
thing
God.
gives
I
us
feel-
gals the ick.
Yeah.
Wrong
Yes,
bathing suit,
yes.
the ick. Sandals, the ick.
I love that. Okay, like I feel like that's like my biggest problem. Like 3 months in, and then I just am like, ick, ew, no, run. Like I can't. Do you guys like have like a way of like my best friend and I have a podcast and we tried to talk about it and I was like, I feel like I can never get past that. Like it's always like something happens and then I'm just nope, peace out. Like I'm bored.
I immediately think of the scene Shallow Hal.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the Shallow Hal?
I do.
Mhm.
And
Oh my
like-
God, yeah,
and
yeah.
Like, and like the girl has like the long toe next to the big toe, and he's
God,
like,
yeah.
he gets the ick, and he's out. You know what I mean? And then he gets cursed, and he's like, basically the whole moral of the story is like
Yep.
it's about finding like the inner beauty. You know what I mean? And not looking at the outer or the icks or whatever it is. But I mean, icks could be things that are part of your boundaries, though. Like Katie always talks about setting your boundaries.
Mhm.
And give us an example of an ick that you go through.
Oh God, it could be like anything. Like, so I travel a lot because that's what I do I'm a horse chiropractor. So like I travel all around the country for like work. So
That's a
I'm always
wild
like,
job.
It's so
Wow.
left field.
You
yeah,
just jump on the
it's
horse.
pretty cool.
Did you say a horse chiropractor?
Yes.
Is that bareback?
Yeah,
I need
no, I have ridden bareback before. And no, wait, not in a non-sexual way.
Can you go on my back?
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Yeah, actually, I got my degree in kinesiology. I definitely can work on your back, Tyler. I got you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Tyler actually has a really bad back.
Fair back.
Do you really, Tyler? Dude, I'll message you, and I have a bunch of stuff you can do. I'll message you, and I'll give you exercises. Don't worry.
Hell yeah. All right. So,
Anyways.
so what's your icks?
Yeah. So I travel a lot for work, so I like meet guys like all around the country, and like this is probably not great because I talk to guys that are like out of the state that I'm currently living in because I feel like I can never find guys that are in my state that are single. So I don't know, like I feel like clingy is like a really big thing for me. Like I hate guys that are like super clingy and like need to talk to me like every 20 minutes. Like I just am like super independent. And so like that's a big thing for me. Another thing is like I mean, I'm sure you guys already know this, but I'm a freak in the sheets. So if you can't keep it entertaining in the bedroom, like I get bored very easily. So
I love it.
I feel like those are like two of my big things. I love you guys.
I mean,
So I don't know, like those are two things. I'm also like very like it sounds like you're very shallow Hal, but like I'm into the typical like guys that have abs and take pictures in the mirror at the gym. Like, oh god, I just sound horrible.
Wait, hold on.
Honestly,
you like
you
a
guys,
gym pic?
She likes guys, but
Sometimes
She likes a gym
I like
You
I like
are
a little bit of a gym
unicorn.
pic.
Yeah, if you like a gym pic, I am like that right there is the it.
You are toxic, Christine.
yeah.
I know. I told you.
Everything you just said contradicts itself. Like,
I know. I'm anything that has a red flag or is a fuckboy. I know it's usually my type. It's very bad.
oh, I can't speak on this.
Tyler's colorblind when it comes to red
we can
flags.
relate on that, Christine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Tyler. You and I would get along very well.
We will.
Maybe we just need to date.
Shooting the shot.
Some of the things you're talking about sounds good to me.
Don't you worry. We would be great on that department, Tyler. Don't you worry.
I love what she's doing.
Hey,
She's
one more
shooting layups,
glass
baby.
of wine, he's in.
She's hitting them layups right now. I love it.
Just,
Hey, my friends tell me I drink tequila like it's water. So
you haven't seen this, man.
Uh-oh.
Wait, do us three just need to leave right now? I feel like
Yeah.
you guys need your own
I'm about to
room.
step away.
Take my
from
shirt
it.
off, Christine. It's good night,
Hey,
man.
I wish you could see it right now, Christine. It's
hey,
getting hot
Tyler,
in here.
I think you owe me. I think this means you owe me a drink now.
But you live in Seattle, Christine.
Hey, yo.
Not for long.
Seattle.
That was meant to be.
Yo.
Griffin's got a Seattle
Griffin's
jersey on
got a
right now.
Seattle
Right
jersey
now,
on.
The
he's rocking
The
signs.
stars
NHL.
are aligning.
But
Wow, this is a match made in heaven.
I think
Yeah.
I think the X thing is just something that like you have to kind of loosen up a little bit on. I'd say, like you can't cut people off for dumb little reasons. You just gotta work around those X.
I know it's so hard.
Why don't you just tell them? I mean, I've had things before, like if I had something that I was doing, right? Like if a girl, whatever your ache is, if it was like, they bite their nails or whatever it is, because that's my ache. I hate when girls bite their nails. But like,
Yeah, I hate that.
Tyler's nails
Yeah.
are non-existent.
but listen, like I think you just need to tell them because I would want a girl to tell me and I would fix it. Like if I liked a girl and she was like, I think that you do this and it's disgusting and it gives me the ick, I would just be like, okay.
Men
I
care
agree.
what women say. We listen.
Yeah.
I love it
definitely
when you
listen.
give me like advice or constructive criticism.
Love it.
If it's somebody
Some men.
if it's somebody you're actually into.
Yeah.
If it's not, then like,
If it's just a booty
then
call,
Yeah,
who
if
cares?
it's
Move on
then
to the
forget
next.
it.
But I agree. If it's somebody you care about, then you're just like, hey, I think you should work on this a little bit.
Mhm.
Just communicate.
Especially
Yeah.
if you see a future in it or want to see a future in it.
Yeah. Because that's only going to start
Okay.
annoying you more and more and more.
I know that's what I do. Like I think that because I try to give it a shot. Like I've been in my Playboy status for a while. Like I've liked being single and I like just like going out and having a good time and doing whatever I want whenever I want. So I like haven't really wanted to get tied down. Plus I just honestly just haven't
So maybe
found anybody that has been worth my time.
So maybe your icks are your way out. Like, and it's like you.
That
it's
makes
your
sense.
way
Yeah.
out.
There
And
it
it's,
is.
it's like you making yourself feel okay with doing it. Okay, I don't like that. I'm out. It gives you
Right.
a reason. And so I think that's why
Okay,
you
yeah.
have so many
Gives you
icks.
validation.
But
to
I think
stay
it's because, like you
single.
said, you're in your Playboy phase. You're having fun. You're not ready for it. So and live that up because you can only do it so many times.
I am not.
I guess it's hard too because like I was saying, Seattle or Washington area, 0 men, not one.
I don't know why you're
Like
there.
comparative, I used to live in
all the horses
California.
are in
Yeah.
Florida.
The stallions
Yeah,
are in the
see,
south.
This is true.
Slow
This
season
is
down
true.
here.
So
Tyler, you trying to get me to come out there? I'm sold.
if you want to buy a house, well, Christine, thanks for
Hey,
calling.
I'm down.
We gotta
I-
wrap this show up, baby. Thank you so much.
Baby.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Great talking to you again.
Love you.
Bye.
I said, baby. She got me excited.
She sounds fun.
I know. I love Christine. She's
I
such a
approve.
fun caller
Oh,
every
She's
single
so
time.
fun. Great
I
energy.
call everybody baby. That's something I got to stop doing.
baby,
but hey,
baby.
Griffin, thank you for coming on here. It's been a
Hey,
pleasure, brother.
This hand's
okay.
really clammy
That's
right
all
now.
right.
Like it would be
The
like
things are clammy.
dabbing a
Hey,
slug.
so am mine. So I
But,
feel it now, bro.
But Griffin, that was a ton of fun. Katie, Phil, everybody.
Thanks for
here.
having me.
Thank you guys as always.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you so much for
episode,
coming.
Episode 14 next week. See you there, 6 p.m. I
We're
promise
talking
y'all.
about intimacy.
We're talking about intimacy. See you guys.
Let's go.